Hi, welcome to my project. This is going to be a personal expense tracker that gives you insight on your spendings and recommends actions to help you be more financially secure. This is kind of split into multiple different sections, but kind of going over what this platform is that I'm using right now. It's called Streamlit. It uses the code that I've pasted in here and it makes makes the projections. Kind of before I walk through the code, I'll go over kind of what this does here. So we can click right here and we can see that there's add expenses, view expenses, reports, edit expenses, set budget percentages, and set income. So let's first set our income. So let's say that we make $5,000 each month. You can put really whatever your monthly income is in here. And so we're going to save that income. Then we're going to go and set our budget. So we have the option to either customize our budget with our certain categories, or we can choose from specific preset budget. So we can look at this for 50, 30, 20 rule, and we can see kind of if we like this budgeting thing, or if you really just want to customize it, you can go down here or choose from the other different options. But for now, we'll do the 50, 30, 20 split. So we also have 20% of our savings allocated, or 20% of our income allocated to savings. And then we can also choose a percentage of what we want to invest out of those savings. So let's say out of the 20%, we want to invest we want to invest 20% of our actual savings into this here. Get that. Boom. Oh, there we go. Sweet. So then we're going to save our budget here. Awesome. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to go add our expenses for the month. So we'll say on, you can look here and see the full month of April. So we're going to say on April 1st, we went and bought groceries and we spent $200 on groceries. And then on Thursday, we went and we had to pay our rent, which is $900. So we'll save that. And then on the 5th, we went shopping, bought some new clothes. We spent $200. And then we went to, we had to pay our car insurance, which was $350, and that was on the 14th. We'll save that, and then we had to buy gas too. It takes $60 to fill my tank, unfortunately, so we had to fill that on the 16th. So we saved that. So as you can see here, throughout the month, you can input your different transactions and the specific date when you did those transactions, and then put it into the category of your expenditures. So once you have that done, you then can go and view your expenses. You can see all the expenses. This is the log. And then it's also going to flag expenses here. So I put this feature in just in case there was specific expenditures that might be a little bit over what you should be normally paying. In this case, it was the rent, so that's completely justified. But let's say you went out one night and you look at your account and you see that you spent $600 at the bar, and you can see that flagged expense. So you can see if that is something that you might need to go and talk to your credit card about fixing. So once you have all of your expenses, or if you make any mistakes in your expenses, you can also go and look back at the thing. So let's say like for that transportation, actually instead of 60, I spent $80, and you can update that entry, and you can see here it updates. So then this kind of all comes together in the report section. So in this report section, you can see kind of a rundown of everything. So you've made $5,000 this month. Currently, you spent $1,730. And then you have 3,270 that you haven't spent yet. So obviously by the end of this month, this is probably going to be a little bit closer. But then we can look here and we can say we're going to save. Let's say this is the end of the month and that's all we spent. We have 3,270 in our savings, so we're actually going to save 800 of that, and then we're going to invest the 200, which ties to that savings and investing percentage that we set in the budgeting percentage section. So we can also see our spending by category here in this pie chart, and we can also see the total amount if you kind of hover over it. And then we can also, sorry, my dog is barking, but we can also see kind of our budget percentages here. So we can see that we went over budget our utilities. So we could possibly look at, spending a little bit less on rent, maybe finding a new place to rent. And then this is kind of just insights with each category. We can see we are over budget in our utilities by 270. So that might be something to look at. I just wanted to have this area to highlight specific aspects that might stand out and key insights that you can learn from looking at all of these graphs here. But that is the end of everything. And then I'll go into the code now.